Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm at Colt State Park. This is in Bristol, Rhode Island. This is a 464-acre park situated right on Narragansett Bay, the opposite side of Rocky Point where Warwick is, so you can actually see that from the coast. This park was founded in 1968 by Samuel P. Colt, the same family who owns the gun manufacturer. There's hiking trails, there's coastal views, and there's also some history. Apparently there's a stone barn from 1917 that the ruins still stand today. So let's go see if we can find that, and I even got the metal detector as well. So if we can find anything cool in the sand, we're gonna find it. Come and join me. All right, so the beginning of this park, we can see here, it's kind of shadowed by these large trees. So we're gonna keep walking. These are cross-country trails that are located at the south side of the park when you drive all the way to the end of the road. These are good for hiking and biking. The previous video that I had filmed at Colt State Park, we did the full trail system. Me, my buddy Matt, and Gamby, the dog. I'll actually link that video to the end of this one. We took a left up here and we ended up doing the full loop of the trails. Today though, I want to do something different. It's sunny and I don't have the dog with me, so we can do something a little more difficult. We're gonna go down to the coast right here. And the last time I went to the park in the last video, we didn't really see the coast much, so that's what we're gonna focus on today. All right, so yeah, this is why we didn't go last time with the dog. It's a little bit rockier, but we're gonna take myself to the edge of the coast. And I've been here before, I just haven't filmed it, but yes, I do remember seeing the stone ruins of a barn somewhere in here or by the coast. So what I'm gonna do is just go up and down the entire coastline. We'll get those good views, and we'll see what kind of remnants of the original Colt farm that we can find. Oh yeah, here's something. So, I mean, this is a concrete foundation of sorts. Yeah, there's a couple things over here. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some abandoned stuff around these parts. All right, so we are looking at the water right here, and it's actually kind of rocky. Let's keep walking. The tide's a bit red. Oh, look at that bird. So I'm not sure how long this coastline goes on for, but this is an interesting find right here. You see how these rocks have all this like moon rock crater type texture? Believe it or not, that's actually because of the waves splashing against this over millions of years, causing the erosion. It's pretty crazy. New Hampshire has similar formations as well, and they're rocks from the melting glaciers. Nice little pretty flower. There's a horseshoe crab corpse. So the plan is going to be that I'm going to just walk as far to the end of the park as I can by the coast and get this nice ocean air and breeze. And when I can't go any further, we'll turn around and we'll walk back the opposite way. And just then go to the main park area and do the regular hiking loop that most people do. I'd like to see what's up those trails too, because I've heard that there's the abandoned barn somewhere. The water compared to how it is over in Jamestown is not clear over here. Alright, we're going to keep moving south towards the end of Narragansett Bay on this side of the bay. This is the east side of Narragansett Bay, and over there is the west side. Warwick, East Greenwich, and eventually Narragansett will be down that way. So Scarborough Beach and Rocky Point Beach, I believe, are visible from Colt State Park. Alright, looks like I'm walking to the borderlands right now. I think this might be the end, just because there's no trail. That is thick looking grass, and those waves are rough. So let's just take a look at the view we have down here at the end of Colt State Park. This literally is the very end. See what we can find on the other side. I'm disappointed at how just brownish the water looks today. I thought it was going to be a bit more blue. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk back this way, and I'll pick back up when we find something new. Take a look at this little makeshift fireplace and nice little bench to sit at. That's cool. You can do that while you look at the ocean. And I'm going to walk through this tall grass over here. Sun's coming out a little bit. We've had some tough weather so far this spring and early summer in New England. It's been like mainly gloomy and rainy and cooler than it should be, which is unfortunate because I know in Florida right now it's sunny and 95 degrees. So that's the kind of weather I'm looking for. It's at least not raining today, which is good, and it's 70. And this coastal breeze feels nice, so I'm enjoying my time here. This park is nice, but we've only actually so far in this video seen small little pieces of it. We're going to go to the main park next once I finish walking down this coastline. Guys, this is something very interesting, especially if you live in the Midwest or away from the ocean, right? Because look at how many different shells wash up on the beach out here. And you can hear the sound of them under your feet when you walk. I mean, that just goes with this environment. It's just so cool how these things just naturally occur. And over time, over millions of years, all this stuff erodes and turns to sand. Nice fine sand particles. So maybe this would be like a Miami type beach in like 20 years or something. Well, no, like 20 million. Hopefully with no plastic. Alright, so I just took a trail into the woods a little bit deeper. We'll take the next one that goes back out to the coast again, but I wanted to see if we can find the abandoned barn that I've heard about or I've actually seen before. This is cool. There's like a little campground down here. Very cool over here. I hope this isn't where the barn used to be. Huh. You know what I want to do, guys? I want to whip the metal detector out around here and just see if there's anything we can find. All right, so I got this little metal detecting wand that I've used in a couple other videos as a test, and I got a shovel just in case we find anything. I don't know if we're going to find anything over here. I don't think it's going to be anything of a significance, as well being a camp area that looks like it's used, but let's just, you know, mess around, see what's around. I got something. All right, guys, we actually got a hit somewhere over here. Nope, that's not the shovel. There's something else here. So let's see what it is. I don't want the shovel to confuse it. What metal object could be in here? I'm getting hits. Okay, something in here. Oh, in here too, see? It detected this little piece of metal. Alright, so it could be even something as simple as that. There's something right there though. Oh, here it is. I don't know what this is, but this is the metal thing that I was picking up on. All right. You know, it's tough to actually find actual treasure. You just end up finding a bunch of stuff. All right, I might just give up the metal detecting over here for right now because I found this weird chunk, but I know it works. So let's keep walking down the beach and see what else we can find. All right, look at this. Nice views here. Let's go see what we got as we continue down the coastline and go to the main park. As you can see, it starts to get real rocky over here as we get closer to the park. I wasn't able to find any more abandoned barn. I really wonder if that camp area that we found was the remains of it, if they took it down or not. But I don't see where else it could have been. Look at this. It's starting to look like the ends of the earth over here. Whoa. Let me see what's up here actually. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I see the picnic tables coming up. So this means we're getting to the actual park. Okay. Alright guys, so behind me are the cross-country hiking trails that we started on. Over there's the coast that we were just on previously, and ahead of us will be the main Colt State Park recreation area. So let's go head down to that and do that loop and walk around the entire park. Alright, so we're going to start this hike, or this part of the hike rather, at the beginning of the trail, which is right here. And we're going to do the entire loop all the way around the park. Here's the beautiful Narragansett Bay. Rocky Point is somewhere around either that one or that one. And all right, we're gonna walk this way all the way down. Look at the beautiful views. This kind of actually reminds me of Lake Erie in Ohio. And you can see the Providence skyline that way over there. So you know how small of a state Rhode Island is. Let's keep walking down. We're going to do the entire thing. We're going to end the hike back at Surprise Hill where we started from. So this could be a big one. So this place kind of reminds me of like the Lincoln Woods of the East Bay, mainly because it's an extremely popular park, very similar to how Lincoln Woods is. And there's not only the hiking trails off the beaten path that you can take, but there's also a main hiking loop, which we're doing now as well. So I'm going to try to show you guys as much of the park in this one video as I can, because I know that a lot of people who want to go hiking for the first time want to go to some of the more popular areas, and this is one of them. And it is definitely a good place to start. You'll be comfortable, you'll be with other people, and you can choose between an off the beaten path hike or a regular road hike like this. So we got the waves splashing so heavily against the rocks that it's actually kind of giving me a mist, like a misty breeze. And you can see on that end of the bay, there's some sun rays shining on whatever part of the land that is. I think that's Barrington maybe. Looks like there's a landfill or a large hill that way. That might be the Johnson landfill. And yeah, you can see the difference in the weather all around us. It's like stormy and rainy that way with the sailboat. Wow, look at the sun rays going down over at the sailboat right there. That's awesome. All right, so the sun's actually coming out now. Well, in this one little spot, it's coming out. You got a good view of the field over here. We got a nice little sunny stretch of pavement to walk on now. That looks cool. That looks like something from like Greece or something, from the Aegean Sea. All right, let's continue. The park is going to loop around this way, and then we should get a little bit more wooded trails before moving back to the car. Okay, so right now I'm in front of the pier at the park. Let's walk all the way to the end. Let's see what we can find. These are always cool because it gives you the illusion of being out at sea. It's getting windy, that's for sure. All right, let's walk all the way to the end. That's cool, you can see that bridge over there. Alright, let's go walk straight up. I see a statue we can check out. I bet you that's going to commemorate Samuel Colt himself. And then let's go take the walk through the woods to get back to the car. So it looks like the statue behind me is actually John Chafee and not Samuel P. Colt. John Chafee was the Rhode Island senator, so they dedicated this statue to him. So I'm going to take this path down here to the rest of the park, and I'll pick back up when we find something interesting. So very cool. This side of the park has marsh or a swamp, and then this side is the one that we were on. That's got this old stone wall. Look at these huge fields, really good for playing recreational sports. And got a couple kites, or one kite, that's an airplane actually. We're just gonna keep on trekking. We'll follow this paved trail down that way in between those stone walls. All right, guys, we're walking back towards the car right now. We just finished the rest of the hike, and now it's time to head back to the car. Gonna film a couple of metal detector tests coming up, seeing if we can find any interesting things in the woods of Smithfield, so stay tuned for that one. We have a lot more material from all over the country coming, so keep watching. Thanks for subscribing, I do appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this hike, and you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever it is that you're doing. Bye.